morning. Justin Trudeau, double vaccinated, tests positive for COVID-19, but he's following the health measures that work to get us out of this. I'm a truck driver, not long haul, local, utilities, aggregates, things that people within my community need and want. I was deemed essential in the beginning. I've been working through the whole thing. 2 years. Haven't contracted it yet that I know of because I've been isolating. I go to work, I go home. I order groceries online, I go and pick them up. I've ordered a ton of shit off Amazon and made Jeff Bezos, probably bought him a new Learjet, along with my other fellow Canadians that are doing the same thing. I wear my mask, I sanitize my hands so much that they crack in the minus 20 degree weather when I'm outside delivering products. Yeah, you attended the BLM rally, and it was mostly peaceful in Ottawa, the same place the truckers are now. At the BLM rally, there was probably 30,000 people, and you went out in the middle of the crowd in the height of the pandemic when there was no vaccine, and you took selfies. Was that following the health guidelines at that point? Because we were under strict lockdown, as I remember. You banned legally acquired, legally possessed, legally used for sporting and hunting purposes. You banned rifles from millions of Canadians. Millions. Did they go out and hold a protest in the middle of the pandemic? May of 2020? No. They didn't, because they're law-abiding citizens. And yet you punish them with your bullshit ban that didn't even go through Parliament. You used an order in council. That's could be considered a tyrannical move. At the trucker rally this past weekend, there was thousands of people along the routes and that ended up in Ottawa that support the movement for freedom. That doesn't mean we want people to get sick. That doesn't mean we want people to die. That just means that at this point, other countries, such as the UK, who is still on our money, by the way, we don't have independence from that. We still pay taxes to the Queen of England. They've completely opened up. Their health mandates now are, if you can, get vaccinated. If you can, wear a mask. If you can, stay home and social distance. But if you can't, live your life. Go about your business as usual. But use common sense and be courteous of other people in the country. Well, that's what Canadians have always done. We've always been courteous to other people. And in every crowd, there's going to be at least a couple dingleberries that ruin it for everybody. The Terry Fox Monument was not damaged. It was cleaned up by the other truckers, the respectful ones. They laid flowers at the grave of the tomb of the soldier. And since then, they've been guarding them from further vandalism. There was one guy in the crowd that was walking around with his face completely covered, didn't know who he was, carrying a rebel flag. All truckers should not be painted with the same brush. Your speech from your remote lodge, because you're in hiding, it was just pure division. Pure division. I mean, you're no better than the mainstream media for spouting this stuff and dividing people. And hey, that's my opinion. And guess what? You said it. People have a right to their opinions and to peaceably assemble and associate and protest. And that's what happened. You're creating division. What does that do for anybody? Nothing. Whether you give in to the demands of the convoy or not, that's irrelevant. But how you react to the demands of the people, that is relevant. And that's a Canadian would listen and meet up with them and discuss and go back and forth and talk and listen. They just want to be heard. They're just fed up. They're tired of it. Everybody is. Everybody wants stuff to go back to normal. I'm frankly disgusted with your speech. But I'm sure I'm not the only one that's sees through the bullshit. And more real Canadians are starting to wake up and see through the bullshit. There was Indigenous there at the protest this past weekend. There was Punjabi there. There was Sikhs. There was all types of people. East European immigrants. I mean, watch the footage from the people that were actually there. Because you weren't there. How can you get more Canadian than a angry protest that's peaceful and a frickin' hockey game breaks out in the middle of it? Cheers, Canada. Live your life. You only get one.